And looks like our stream is healthy.
We have a healthy stream?
I have a healthy stream.
Good. A healthy stream is important.
Well, that's why Lurch had shaft problems today. If you guys
did have a problem with my shaft.
He did have a problem with his shaft, and it might have been a stream problem too. Hey, Jackson.
I don't know about that.
Oh, yeah. Once you've had Rick Rack, you'll never go back. The ultimate motorcycle luggage rack solution. Forget those messy straps and bungee cords. Go strapless with a Rick Rack quick attach luggage system and quality bag. Head over to lawabidingbiker.com for our store. Get hooked up now, Lurch. All right. Announcing, guys. We already did a podcast on it, but we're going to keep giving reminders leading up to the event. It has been announced. This is live. So live video broadcast, live chat with everybody in the chat. We appreciate that. And you may be listening later in podcast format, but nonetheless, it's important information for everybody, especially our patron members. That is our Sturgis Ride and Meetup event 2020. Here today being the end of October 2019. That's how early we get ahead of these things because of the amount of planning and stuff that needs to go into them. It will be held Thursday, August 13th, 2020 at a location outside Sturgis, planned from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Further details will be coming. Requirements, as usual, you need to be a mid-level patron and above. What is a mid-level patron, Lurch?
Oh, that would be somebody that's at the $3 level with a minimum cap of $12.
So they're basically pledging $3 per piece of content we release with a minimum of at least $12 a month.
That's right.
No lower. That makes you mid-level, and of course above would have access to the meetup event. You also must be signed up 3 months prior to the event. So you got to be signed up as a contributing mid-level patron member by May 13th, 2020, 3 months prior to the event. The deadline for sign up for the event is June 1st, 2020 at midnight Pacific Standard Time. And I have created an entire, if you meet those requirements or you're going to get signed up and you're going to meet those requirements, the official sign up form, which I'll put in the show notes for this episode, which always the show notes are at lawabidingbiker.com/ whatever episode number you're on. If you're in iTunes, you can just hit the podcast thing or scroll down and it shows you the show notes. There'll be links there too. It makes it very easy, but it is very simple. It is at lawabidingbiker.com /2020. So 2020 meetup, all one word, lawabidingbiker.com /2020 meetup. That'll take you directly to the page where you can sign up. A couple things about that. Make sure when you sign up, you can do it on mobile. You're going to have to sign. You have to sign a waiver that you're going to ride and be safe and all that kind of stuff. There's some other requirements in there, but it's nothing huge. Make sure when you sign up, after you sign up, you're looking for 2 emails. If you don't get those emails, you have not signed up correctly. And you can't submit the form unless you do the required fields. But once you do that sign up form, it says right there, it says you've submitted, and in big bold, it says check your junk spam folder. You're going to get one email that basically tells you, hey, thanks for signing up, and here's some information, and you're going to get more info. Anyways, read that. That's the thank you email, the sign up email. There is a second email that you need to find. And unfortunately, oftentimes they go to your email junk spam folder, and that's a email sign up list. It's specific to the 2020 event. And it's basically a confirmation saying, hey, you've been signed up for an email list. Will you confirm? It's a double opt-in. We want to make sure you have to be on that email list, guys, because the email, that's creating an automated list. And that, like I said, junk spam folder, find that. There's a big blue button. You hit it and you'll confirm your email subscription. We're going to be checking all this for those that sign up to make sure you're in that email list, because that is our primary way as we approach the event that we are going to be communicating with you and giving you the finer details as we get very close to the event. We only want patron members, of course, there, so we're careful about how much information we announce. The location, on the way to dinner, we talked about, we got some Gary Jackson, thanks, patron member. I don't know if he's in here tonight. He's been helpful. He's kind of getting it. We're looking for some places. Don't worry, the event will be outside of Sturgis because it's just too crazy in there. It's going to be a great event. It's in the works. That's all I can say. Anything else on that, Lurch?
Well, much like you should check your shifter shaft, make sure you check your junk. your junk mail.
Dude, straight up nice. And if we talk about shafts, check out the live we did today. I think it's something titled Lurch's Shaft Broke or something like that.
All I know is my shaft was kind of sloppy.
It was sloppy,
and
dude.
A little bit loose.
It reminds me of us high school days. I'm just saying, it is what it is. We produced a video today, which will end up on our YouTube channel, and it's going to be a really good one. We're excited about it. Lurch, I can't say whether I would get on the gondola ride. Jackson says either.
Jackson live a day.
Live a day, yeah. I think
he wanted to know if you guys are still busting my balls about the gondola.
Oh.
I said, you won't read in my obituary that I died in a gondola incident.
No, you'll find out that he died from his shaft broke or something. Yeah, no doubt. Thanks for being in the chat. Big Daddy Kane in there. Wasn't a scary thing, just wasn't feeling it. Yeah, all right. Sure, Big Daddy, if you want to, whatever.
And by the way, I didn't edit that out.
I saw you guys in the bar drinking while we went up on the gondola. It's the gondola. And you guys were tears coming out of your eyes because you were so scared to go, both you and Big Daddy. I'm calling you out right here.
We just enjoyed a cigar in the parking lot while you ding-dongs are up there playing around on the gondola.
Gondola. Can you say gondola?
Gondola.
After concussion incident, I get dizzy at high heights, even bridges. Yeah.
Oh.
You would have definitely got dizzy.
Popeye's in there now.
Popeye's in there.
They
Popeye.
were scared.
You're right, Popeye.
I don't like it.
Boy, they
I'll
were
admit it.
freaking scared. Just man up. It's okay. Everybody's scared of something. But hey, look at more law-abiding biker crew guys in here. So there you go. We're looking forward to the Sturgis event, and it's going to be great, and we're going to keep it safe and outside of Sturgis, and we just can't wait. It's exciting planning these days, but it is in its early stages.
It's in its infancy.
Look at Popeye sucking their thumbs. They were scared. Popeye's just on a roll. Oh, he doesn't even need to be on a mic to be on a roll, man. All right, let's do this thing.
Jackwagon.
Hey, Bikeaholics, 03D has a wide variety of innovative products for your Harley-Davidson and a brand new line for the all-new Honda Goldwing named Gold Strike. I like gold. I like it, gold. Top quality, affordable chrome lighting and comfort products. Gold Strike Zero R, the motorcycle LED lighting innovators for CAN bus plug-and-play system compatibility. We love them. Got a lot of their stuff on our bikes. Head over to lawabidingbiker.com/store. Check out our full line of 03D products. Yeah, and I know Big Daddy Kane. Yeah, check it out, guys. Big Daddy Kane, what is it? He runs the store. You all know that, the Law Abiding Biker store. I know we've got a bunch of Fuel Pack 3s. We're up in the store. We're adding more products. We're revamping the website, but he's already added a bunch of Vance and Hine stuff, pipes, and I know he bought some in. I think they're the VO2s.
The Nakeds?
He's going to have to, he'll tell me here in a second. But he added those and a bunch of the Vance and Hines. We can get the pipes and like I say, the FP3s, which we've been selling forever, but the full line of Vance, and we're going to bring a bunch more stuff. So make sure if you want to support us, head over there. We're going to have a lot of the stuff that the big boys have, guys, coming right up. So one Big Daddy Kane actually comments on which intakes he brought. Oh, also, I know he got a big stock of fangs, the 03D LED fangs, guys. If you don't have those yet, they are amazing, and I've got them on the rear and front. They're white in the front, extra lighting, and then they amber when you do the signals, and the rears are just awesome. You've got them on your Road Glide. I've got them on my Street Glide. It's the VH Vance & Hines VO2 naked 14 to 16 models. We've got several, I forget how many, but we've got a bunch in stock. So hit up the Law Abiding Biker store. We did a video on that too.
Yeah, we did on my bike. We put a VO2 naked on my bike.
Nice.
Love it.
So head down there, guys. M pipes and mufflers, absolutely. We've got a full line of V&H. We're back in the game with V&H, guys, and we're excited about this new distributorship, and it's just going to bring a lot more opportunities. And again, like usual, it is a way you guys can directly support us, so we appreciate that. Hey, guess what, Lurch? We haven't even started the episode. Oh, here we go.
That'll happen sometime.
That's how we roll, dude. You never know. You never know what we're going to do. We change our format on purpose. Welcome back, you freaking bikeaholics. This is the podcast for the motorcycle majority, the Big MM, also known as the
99%
large, and in charge of the motorcycle scene more than any time in history by being here live and chatting, by listening in podcast format later. Whether you like it or not, and I know you like it, you wouldn't be here. You're part of what we call
the Biker Revolution.
That's right. Lurch and I, we have just one more question for you before we get started. What are you waiting for, Bikeaholics?
Mount up and let us take you on another wild-ass ride.
Woo! Here we go. That's right. Ryan Urlacher here, your host of the Law Abiding Biker Podcast, and of course, your
high-tech redneck.
There you go. Over here, look at me mixing it up, dude. Just rolling. That is right. The man, the myth, the legend. Mm-hmm. Keep it real. Don't blow my ears out.
Why not?
It's been a minute since we've had Lurchy in the studio.
It's been a while.
So I'm glad that let's transition right over to you. Look at that sexy beast over there. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, so
how you doing?
Yeah. Oh, I got this a little messed up, but it's okay. It's okay
you
for
breaking
now.
Shit over there?
No, it's good. It's just we're good actually. It looks good. All right, let's see how that looks. Yeah, we did mess you up just a little bit. Hang on, stand by. All right, we're good. Yeah, we had a lot of technical difficulties getting up and running here. So today's episode is going to be fun. We've got chat going, so we'll see if we get off track. We don't want to get too far off track, but
it'll happen.
It'll happen.
Always does. Always will.
Always. Oh, Gary Jackson is in there talking about the patron event. Gary, I don't know if you were in here when we were shouting you out for helping. I just read your email on that place. We don't want to mention it at all. It's a possibility, but
looks promising.
No, go through the email link or Patreon. I don't know what happened there, Gary. But yeah, anyways, it looks promising. On our way back from drive-thru, we looked at it. So we've got some options outside the Sturgis area, and we're going to look a little bit deeper into this. So thanks, Gary, for that email that you sent. We will look a little bit deeper into that. So, all right, let me transition here, Lurch. I got to fix this. It's going to bug me. So
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's got a weird deal there.
Your deal's weird?
Yeah, it is.
Nobody wants a weird
deal. It's got
deal.
A black line. Oh, well, I'll have to fix it later. I'm done. I'm not going to be OCD. Okay.
You'll probably break it if you
I will. Exactly. Let's just leave it. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. Okay. So today's episode is all going to be about the new 2020 Harley models. We're going to break it down. We're interested in what you all in the live chat have to say. I know the podcast audience is going to be interested in it. I did already do a YouTube video. It's got quite a ton of views, and I will put it in the show notes. But it's lawabidingbiker.com/Harley-2020-models. Of course, you can just search our website, but it breaks it down and some of my thoughts. And kind of, if you're interested in the 2020 models, it really breaks it down. Like I did a lot of research, like what's actually changed, like what matters to you guys out there, the biker community, like, yeah, what's the big deal, and just what you need to know basically. Because there's a lot of fluff out there. There's some videos that are really long. It's like, that's the same bike as last year. Like, and I kind of breeze over some of that stuff and go, here's what you need to know, like what's actually changed and what can you expect from the 2020 bike. So that video is pretty good, but we're actually going to take a little more time here because it's a little more personal and with you guys in the chat. So let's do this. We love our sponsors, Lurch.
That we do, my friend.
3D, Rick Rack, they help support this. But you know what? From a very early stage, this platform has been and continues to be supported by our beloved patron members, which is why we're having another private meetup and event. Let's thank these people.
Jeff Dietz of Lakewood Ranch, Florida, Liam Standish of Terrytown, Louisiana, and David Boswell of Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. And David is a top-tier member.
Moving on, Buddy Pike of Shawnee, Kansas, top tier. John Connors of Water Villette, New York, top tier. And Paul Spencer of Truckee, California, finishing out, Lurch.
Chris Bernhard of Spring Valley, New York. Josh Lopshire of Battle Creek, Michigan. And Clay Norman of Fort Worth, Texas.
Lawabidingbiker.com/donate. That's right. Or Patreon, Patreon. That's right. Pledge a certain amount per piece of content. No risk to you because you can put a monthly cap. There are benefits such as t-shirts and stickers, the private Facebook group and forum, which is continuing to blow up. And of course, access to these live video broadcasts and chat. Oh, access to podcasts months before everybody else gets them. Access to ride and meetup events and top tier access to those premium videos upon request. Is that not just a plethora of benefits, Lurch?
That's a metric shit ton.
I for plethora, but that's fine.
Well, you're
Electric
all fancy
shit
and
ton.
learned over there.
Yeah, I like to look smart when I'm on video, dude.
You got
even
your
though I'm not.
word of the day calendar sitting in front of you.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no doubt, dude. Plethora. All right. We're going to get this started out just right, dude. So 2020 models. Let me reduce a little bit of this, and then I'll bring this up. So here you go, guys. And let me know as we talk about some of these bikes. We'll try to monitor chat. And Big Daddy Kane, love our patrons. Absolutely. That's why we're trying to do so much for you guys. So we talk about it enough. I'm sure some people get sick of it, but you mean so much to us. So new 2020 bikes breakdown. We're gonna breeze over some of this, and then we're gonna stop on the ones that actually kind of matter. But we want to mention at least everything. So getting started here, of course, is our HD Street Series. Which, do you remember that, Lurch?
Yeah, not terribly exciting.
It's not,
but it's smart on Harley's part because it's a affordable bike.
Yep.
It's a light bike. It's something that somebody that just getting into the market that wants like an in-town kind of cruiser, but wants a Harley, they can jump in with. I can't remember what they cost off the top of my head. I think you probably have it up there, but what are they, like $7?
Yeah, starting your
$8.
Let's see. Yeah, $8.75. $8 for your street rod. You got your Harley-Davidson Street 750, which that means $750. If I remember right, the street so the Street 750 is a 750 cc, and it's got that, if I remember right, a Revolution they call it.
Yep.
Yeah, cc. Yep. Just remind me because I'm trying to.
A 500 cc.
There you go, the regular 500, the bottom line. But do you remember though?
We went down to
that
our
old video.
Yeah, went down to our local dealership.
That was when it first came out, and we got a lot of views on the video. It really wasn't that great a video, but it's fine. I mean, we were still learning a lot, I think, about how to do these.
Yeah, we set it up in the parking lot down there and did it, and
I remember that.
Not bad for one of our earlier videos.
Oh, it still gets views.
I couldn't ride it though because I would have looked like a monkey humping a football.
That's right. I had to set you on the other side of the camera after it was set up.
Yeah, usually you're behind the camera and I'm doing the modeling, but in that instance, there was no way in God's green earth I was getting on that bike. It's just too small for me.
Yeah, I'm just monitoring.
Great for a little commuter bike, especially if you want something small and lightweight to zip around on.
Yep, water cooled.
It's just not man-sized.
No, it's not. Definitely.
What?
I'm just looking at here. Some of the comments. Sorry, I have to read through them, and they know that it's live to make sure. Hello all. Hey, Paul. Welcome. So moving on, there's just not a lot to say. Yeah, a little water cooled Revolution X, little fun bikes, very light. It gets your foot in the door, and they're keeping that line going. So it must be doing fair. Honestly, I don't see them riding around my area.
I can't
remember when I've seen one.
No.
If you guys are in chat and you see these things all over, like in the city you're in, like maybe you live in a bigger city than us and these are very popular, let us know because I'm not. So let's move on right onto the Sportster series line. We're starting out, of course, staple Sportster, right? The Iron 883.
In fact, I think talking about the Sportsters, that's one of the things we said in the video is if you're going to start with a Harley, maybe start the Sportster. It's a little more, now you're getting into a little bit more quality. You're getting into that Harley quality where you're getting some metal instead of plastic.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
More Harley-ish.
More substantial.
Air-cooled.
Air-cooled. It has more of a Harley look and sound.
Yeah. A lot of good stuff going on in the chat there, guys. So 883, stripped down. It's got black parts this year. It's got of course, for visual purposes, it's got the rubber boots on the front forks, kind of that look, and then it's got the air-cooled. Did I say I said Revolution X.
You said Revolution earlier.
That's the Revolution X, which I was right on the street rod. It's the Evolution. I want to make sure I didn't screw up.
Gotcha.
Air-cooled Evolution motors. And of course, the Iron 883 is an 883cc. Moving on. I want to talk about this one a little bit. This is the Iron 1200cc. This is actually my personal favorite here. Obviously, the Iron 1200cc, my personal favorite out of the Sportster lineup.
I disagree.
Really? Well, let me tell you why, and then you can say yours.
Okay.
Or I'll move on and not let you speak, or I'll mute you. No, I'm just teasing, dude. Yeah. So here's why I like it. If you guys look at this bike, if you pull it up, it is a cool looking little bike. And here's why I like it. Okay. It kind of has, it has somewhat of a look with the T-bars and the little fairing as the Softail Low Rider S sitting right here in the law-abiding biker shop. It's got the, the Evolution motor blacked out. It's a throwback 70s custom tank art, which I really like. I love that throwback 70s stuff. It's got the little peanut tank, of course, and it's got those, like I say, those West Coast, whatever you want to call them, California T-bars, like on the Low Rider S, that kind of rise up. And that comes stock like that. So they call them mini apes. I guess they're not T-bars, they're mini apes. So it's just the side profile I'm looking at. So I digress. It's actually mini apes, and that's one thing I would like to do to that bike is I would change those mini apes out for the California T-bars, like on the Dyna Low Rider S here. I think that would be one of the only additions that I make to that. It's the rubber boots on the front forks.
Would you put forward controls on it or leave those mid controls?
Probably on that bike, I would just leave the mid controls because you're not going to ride that long distance anyways. You know what I mean? It's never going to be... The only reason the Dyna Low Rider S has forward controls on it is because Big Daddy Kane had that bike before we acquired it, and he needed that.
I would too.
I would have never done forward control. It's fine, and it feels fine for me. I don't care, but I would have just left mid controls because I'm never riding it long distance anyways. And yeah, I don't know, but you definitely could. So that's the only change I'd make to that bike. Now, what say you on the lineup? Do you have
I like the 48 personally.
How come?
I just like the look of it. It looks like an old track bike. It's just I think it has more of a vintage Harley look to it.
I would like to see you.
Oh, I couldn't ride it. There's no I could fit on it.
This is the picture. We should do it.
I like the look of it. I just can't fit on it. And that one actually does have
Big
forward
Daddy
controls.
On a 2-up seat on the back, holding around your waist, dude. Big Daddy,
no
and you on that, dude, you would bottom that fucker out.
It looks like an old board track bike, and I just like the look of it. It has a little bit more of a classic Harley look.
Yeah.
I don't know. One of our local guys here has one, and the club we used to ride with.
Yeah, I know who.
Yeah, and it's just a really neat looking bike. You're talking about that actually looks a little older, like maybe 50s, 40s, 50s kind of look to it. I just think it's neat.
No, it's badass. I agree, badass. I think only draws me to the iron is just the 70s throwback, and those bars I'm just kind of partial as. But would
you get a 70s porn mustache if you got one of those?
Oh, yeah, dude. And play porn music. Yeah.
Or something like that.
Put a speaker on it, dude, and just play porn music going down the road, dude, like a easy rider, bro. All right. What do we got going on? Lurch can't bottom out anything.
Oh, my God. Oh,
Popeye's on a roll.
You're on fire tonight,
Popeye must be into the vodka. I'm just saying. He's a vodka guy. When he runs around.
My little sister likes vodka, too.
Oh, I do, too. I'm no stranger to vodka.
You didn't catch that at all, did you?
Oh yeah, never mind. All right, I'm a little delayed. All right, yeah, I did catch it now. Did you hear that, Popeye? Mm-hmm. I fell for it. Don't fall for it. All right, so there you go. And then moving on, the last in the lineup, of course, is the Roadster. And basically, it's an Iron 1200. If you didn't know, guys, the Roadster. It's just which is the difference is it's got a chopped rear fender, cafe racer style bars. It's only Sportster, which is interesting, with dual front disc brakes, and it's, of course, got that air-cooled Evolution motor. So interesting that it's the only one with dual front disc brakes, huh? Like, why did they do it on that one? You know what I mean? Like, it's the same bike as this.
Good question.
It makes no sense. I mean, I'm glad, but it's just got a chopped rear fender.
Because it's a cafe racer. Maybe they want it to be handle a little bit better.
Maybe. That's something I didn't think of.
That's what that looks like, a 70s, 80s cafe racer. Maybe they expect people to be zipping around on it. It needs better front brakes. Maybe,
although it's the same bike as I can zip just as fast on the Iron 1200 because it's got the same motors. I don't know. It is. That's a good point. That would be an uncomfortable one. I love the look of cafes.
I like
racers,
the look.
But those bars are down, if you guys know that, like below the front of that tank.
Yep.
And you just lean for it. Doesn't look comfortable. Short distance, maybe. Nonetheless, continuing on. Excuse me.
Got a frog in your throat?
Who else we got in here? Henry Happ. Hi, I'll check it in for a few minutes. Thanks for being in here. All right. Yep. Good chat. Some good talking going on in there. Let's move on, Lurch. This is kind of a big one. This is going to take just a little bit time to get through. So this is moving on to our actual Softail line. And there are, of course, a lot of bikes in the Softail line that we definitely want to get to. And of course, in there, which we are going to stop just a little bit on to give you a heads up, is obviously the Dyna Low Rider S, which, yeah. So we'll talk about that in a minute. Real quick, we're going to take just a moment and do this.
Hey, bikeaholics, searching for new and exciting motorcycle products? Zero 3D has the products you dream about for your bike. Check out their wide variety of innovative products for Harley-Davidson and Honda Goldwing motorcycles. Zero 3D's got your back with chrome and black parts, lighting, and other comfort products. No modifying, cutting, grinding, or welding for an easy installation that equals less time installing and more time riding. Zero 3D has a design team of riders with over 40 years of experience with a passion for design and innovation. Zero and Gold Strike are the motorcycle LED lighting innovators for CAN bus plug-and-play system compatibility. They pride themselves on great customer service. Waiting for Ryan to scroll up. Got a question? Get in touch with them via email at sales@zero3d.com or give them a call at 715-808-0027. Check out your local Harley or Honda dealership and ask for Zero or Gold Strike parts. A new leader has emerged, so check out Zero 3D's custom line of Gold Strike products for all new Honda Goldwings. Better yet, help support us and head on over to lawabidingbiker.com/store and check out our full line of Zero 3D products.
Because Big Daddy Kane, who's in the live chat, has a plethora of Zero 3D shit.
A metric
shit ton down in the store. All right.
And you get a good time in every box.
Nice. Yep. Straight from Big Daddy Kane. He puts absolutely. All right. So somebody asked in here, Steven Karpstein, what is the tank size on the oldest Sportster models? Anybody know that off the top of their head? Otherwise, I'll have to look it up.
They used to be about 3.5 gallons.
He says 4, and I want to say 3.5 too. Let's see if we can. Let me just pop into the Iron 1200.
Hit the specifications. Open it up in a new tab. Opening. And
look at that sexy thing.
It's
sexy,
nice.
Lurch.
It's tiny, though.
Sexy. All right. Let's
view all specs. Whoop.
View all specs.
Hit that link right there.
Moving on down.
Scrolling.
Engine.
Scrolling.
Let me know if you see it.
Not yet.
Performance.
Not yet.
Drivetrain, chassis, electric.
No.
If anybody knows that off the top of their head,
I'll Google it.
I thought it would be in because the touring ones are in there.
Well, there you go. 3.3.
3.3. Okay, yeah. Fuel capacity. There you go. Right here live answering questions because we didn't know. All right, so that's the way that goes. Let's go on and hitting up the Softail, moving right in. This is the show stealer. All right. Really, and that's the way you look at it. To me, it was the show stealer just because it was one of the biggest breakouts for the Sportster lineup, and that is the Low Rider S. Now, we here at Law Abiding Biker Media have a Low Rider S. It's a Dyna, okay, before they killed R.I.P. R.I.P. R.I.P.
Why are you putting the little quotes around it?
Dyna, because it was a Dyna. All right. Rest in peace. Give me one.
I love my Dyna. Like I told you today when we were running around, I'm going to pick up a 07, 08 Dyna Wide Glide because I had an 06. Yeah, but I want that 96-inch motor instead of the 88.
Yes, sir. We were talking about this today.
Take me back.
Yes, sir. You say yes, sir? Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure.
But so it was kind of the show stealer. And that's why I say it used to be a Dyna, our 2016, and then they didn't make it, and now they're making it again, but because they killed the Dyna line, it's moved into a Softail line, which gives it a different look in my opinion. I actually liked it better as a Dyna. Just because, not that I have anything against Softails, just that Softail frame's different coming down the back, and I thought it looked cooler with the Dyna rear end, basically.
Yeah, I like the shocks that are mounted on the outside on the Dynas. It's a cool look.
It is. So that changed. Light little bike at 650 pounds, little ripper, a lot of power. It's got the 114 Milwaukee-Eight. Now, mine's a ripper. The little 2016 here, it's got the 110, Screaming Eagle 110. It was a special model. And that's a little ripper. I mean, I'm sure the 114 on a Softail is amazing. It's all blacked out. Of course, it's got inverted front forks for some better handling, which is really cool. I'm glad to see that. Some dual disc brakes, very cool. Dual gauges. That's the same as my 16. A lot of things the same as the 16. Reduce the rake by 2 degrees. Again, by reducing that rake, that's going to offer more responsive handling. Adjustable monoshock in the rear. And same cast aluminum wheels. They're like the dark bronze color, which my 16. And you can get it in vivid black or Barracuda silver. It's a cool bike. I Obviously, it has its limitations. It's for cruising around short, local. You're not going to tour cross country.
5 gallon fuel capacity.
Oh, thank you. Where'd you look that up? Did I put that in here?
No, I looked it up.
Very nice. Thanks for staying ahead of the game there, in case anybody asked. But fun bike. And I think my 16 even comes with cruise control. So I think this one probably does too. It probably says it in there. But we'll move on while you're looking that up. So moving on to the, obviously, a classic, the old Softail Deluxe, continuing on with that model. Classic look and feel, guys. The 107 only, from what I can see from the website. Yeah, coming in the 107 only. Let's double check that unless I'm wrong. I might have been wrong on that. So I'm going to bring that up. I don't like to be wrong, Lurch. So
I don't know that about you.
You do. You do. Yeah. So I think it's only coming. Yep. So it looks like just the Milwaukee-Eight, the 107. One of the only bikes that's chromed out, you know, if you want the chromed out look, because all the 114s for the most part, which we're going to ask that question at the end. We're going to dive in a little bit on the chrome and black thing going on with Harley-Davidson, but nonetheless, it's too premature for that. So LED lighting, a lot coming stock on this Softail line, guys, and including the Softail Deluxe. Moving on.
Time.
You want to talk about the Fat Bob 114?
Yes, I will. It's you say it's an underappreciated bike in your opinion.
I do, dude. Look at that thing. Let's see. It's a ripper.
Yeah.
If you want to talk about a ripper.
You did a video on the.
I need to ride
FXR.
This thing. Yeah, FXDR 114.
That's real similar looking.
It's
got the big old fat tires front and rear.
And a 114.
Do they still have the dual headlight in the front? There's a while in those Fat Bobs that they had a dual headlight.
I think it still does. Yeah. I think it does.
Yeah. Well, it's got a version of it.
It's a one big ass headlight.
Crazy looking.
But it's wide. Yeah. That is a ripper of a bike. I don't think it gets enough credit and talk, because if you want a ripper of a bike, that little thing is amazing. And I've heard great things about them over the years. So that's why I say I think it's underappreciated. Anybody out there in the community know anybody that has one of these and has seen it or ridden it? I'm curious. So we'll check if anybody in the community has done that. So what else about it that's important?
It's got the 114 only, and it's got the same weight as a low rider. So about 600 some pounds. So it's going to be a ripper. Inverted, forks for handling. It's got the big fat tires front and rear, and dual disc up front. Dual disc brakes up front.
See, that's what I mean. That's a bike that just doesn't get talked about a lot, but I think it would be a ball to ride. Moving on to the Sport Glide, of course. Did we talk about the? Do I have it in here? See, I think it's down there. Okay, I just don't have it in order. So moving on to the Sport Glide. Again, this doesn't get a lot of talk, but it's kind of cool when you look at it. It's coming in the 107 only from what I can see. It's got saddlebags, quick detach front mini fairing, and LED front lighting. What do you think about that thing, Lurch? The thing I like about it is you can get the saddlebags for it. So it's kind of in between getting towards to where you could have a bar hopper and short rider. We use bar hopper for lack of a better term than a short distance rider. But you can also pop the bags on it, and then you can also pop that little fairing on it. But I don't see a ton of these running around either, but it's got that, you know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah. And I don't want to say it's a female bike, but it is a really good option for females that are shorter in stature that want some bit of a touring bike because it has a little bit of a fairing and it also has the hard bags. Yep. I'm trying to get a picture. Or just a guy that's smaller in stature, shorter. Right. I'm trying to find a picture of it with the fairing. Right now you're looking at the breakout. Oh, I am. Yeah. My bad. No wonder. Sorry. Yeah. Where is it? Right. Go up. Right there. Sport Glide. Oh yeah. There we go. Sorry. That's what I wanted to look at. Yeah, I clicked the wrong one. I know they were pretty popular when they first came out. It was a real good option for, like I said, smaller stature people. Yep. I mean, it would fit somebody like me, 5'8", Oh, yeah. And it gets you in the line of touring. You could actually tour on it. It's got some bags. It's got some comforts. It's got somewhat of a fairing, and you're getting in at 18 instead of around 30, for a street glide special or something like that. Of course, no entertainment center or anything like that. But anyway, nonetheless, I think it's a cool bike. It looks like they put some different wheels on it this go around too. Yeah, that's a different look than I've seen before. Yeah, it really does. I don't even know what those are called, but
Yeah, kind of the best of both worlds there, so to speak. So anyways, there you go, Softail Slim.
Another good looking bike, I think.
Big Daddy says he rode it in Spokane, Washington.
Sport Glide?
No, the Breakout. Sorry. God, I'm getting a Fat Bob because I was asking the community if anyone's ridden a Fat Bob, and he piped up right after that.
Oh, yeah, I wonder how they handle with that big fat front tire on them.
Yeah, I don't know, but I want to ride
worse?
one. Yeah. Big Daddy King says it's right in your chat there. Demo ride, fast and nimble, but the turning radius was not great. Very interesting. Yeah, good info, Big Daddy. I didn't know you rode that. You sucker. You didn't tell me about that. You didn't invite me. What a jerk. No, just teasing. He's probably down there for something else.
Kevin in the chat says, I heard a rumor that 2020 is the last year for the Sport Glide.
Oh,
I wonder
really?
if it's not selling like they thought it would. It was pretty, it made a lot of noise when it first came out. It was a really cool option, like you said, something where you got some hard bags, but a little bit smaller bike. Maybe it's just not selling like they thought it would.
Yeah, good info. Thanks, Kevin. Softail Slim, moving on. Not a lot here, sort of. This is what I call sort of a classic bobber look. Chopped front fender, and it looks like, okay, so let's get this, the Softail Slim. It's a pretty standard bike, although it's cool looking. And I believe from what I'm seeing, it's coming in the 107 only, coming in at about 16 grand. A nice little looking bike, and great for running around local or shorter distance. It kind of is a Softail, but it kind of looks a little bit Sportster-ish. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah. When I
look up here,
it reminds me.
Looks like a 48, but it's got the soft.
Me of the Fat Boy a little bit too.
Yeah. True.
It's kind of a mix of several different bikes.
It really is. But yeah, go ahead.
Kind of a stripped down hair. I don't know. It's a very good combination type bike.
Yeah.
Good looking bike.
Yeah, good looking bike. Not a lot of changes there. Moving on to the Low Rider, which has been around for a long time. That's we already talked about the Low Rider S, didn't we?
Yes, we did. There's the Low Rider and the Low Rider S.
Yeah, exactly.
As well.
Sorry, my notes. So let's just talk about the Low Rider. That's what I was getting at. That's been around, I guess, you don't hear a lot about this bike. What do we have to say about this? Not much.
No.
It's pretty standard. It's got some little mini apes on it.
Short ones.
Yeah, it's got the kind of that back front fender, not unlike a lot of the other ones that we look at. What am I comparing it to? Like the Low Rider S has the same, what do they call that? A bob fender. Yeah, the Softail Slim has that same fender.
It's the same fender they were putting on the Dynas towards the end too.
Yes.
When they switched over from the old school 70s.
Like mine had.
I love that look.
I love that opened up where it didn't wrap around. It was a cool kind of flared up in the back. That was a cool look. So not a lot to say there. 107 only from what I'm seeing. Dual tank mounted gauges, a headlight visor, which is a little different than most of the bikes, and some 70 styles graphics on that bad boy here for the 2020 models. Why don't we move on to the Street Bob? Kind of a stripped down Rob Bobber, so to speak.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, yeah, it's got some mini apes on it. Rubber boot looks on the forks. It's in the 107 only for a motor. And
this is interesting.
Yeah, digital instrumentation built into handlebar clamp with a USB charging port.
So the only
bike that has that.
Yeah, I know, and it's kind of weird, but it's worth mentioning. Good looking little bike, but yeah, digital instrumentation, and then some cell phone charging action, which you got to wonder, like, why did they decide?
Trying it out?
What? Yeah, like, hey guys, meeting between Harley, we want to check out some new digital instrumentation. Which bike should we put on? Fuck it, put it on the Street Bob. I mean, if you're going to put it on there, why wouldn't you try it on like the Low Rider? Or why not, if you're going to do that digital instrumentation, to me,
put the bike, on the S, Low Rider S.
Yeah, or an even better, I would do it on this, where is it? The Sport Glide, because it has bags and it has that, point. And you might tour on it.
Yeah.
So digital instrumentation, doesn't have a stereo, and then it's a charging port, because you're probably maybe be doing some touring on that. I don't know. Some weird shit Harley does on that, and I can't explain it. So what do we got going on here?
Oh, the old Heritage Classic. You can get it in a 107 or a 114. And
coming in, yeah.
Got some front LED lighting on it finally.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of these bikes in 2020 are finally coming out stock with some sort of LED lighting. Let's talk about the Breakout 114, which means it's coming only in a 114.
Cool looking bike.
It is. It's kind of the chopper look
It's raked out a little bit more, that meaning that front tire is a little farther out.
True.
And it doesn't have the old school bobbed fender that the Softails and the Dynas had on it, but it's a version of that. Look at that side profile.
Let me find it.
Go up, scroll up.
Did I pass it?
Right. Scroll up right there. See, it's similar where it doesn't just come down right away. It's got a little flair to it.
It does.
Not the same. It's somewhere in between the two.
Kind of, they want to make it a little bit chopperish look with the raked out forks. It's got the 240 millimeter rear tire. Now this one has digital built-in gauges too. So I guess it's the only other bike that has that. And it's a digital riser gauge is what they call it. So they've got like it's a riser up in there. And so there's somewhere up in there. I looked at a picture. I don't want to pull it up right now. That's got the solid wheels on it.
The old Fat Boy.
Yep. That's moving down to the Fat Boy. Yep. All right. And so, yeah, cool looking bike, big fat rear tire. Again, they're trying to do the chopper look, raked out forks, big ass, our fat tire days.
It needs some apes on it.
Yeah, it needs something.
Go some apes.
It needs something, doesn't it? Yeah.
It looks kind of short and long.
Yeah, kind of does.
Apes on it.
But that'd be a fun one. That'd be a fun one. Yeah. All right. Let's move on to the Fat Boy 114.
What the hell's with these solid wheels on? And they always put it on the
it's been that way forever.
Fat Boy. I know. But why?
I don't know. Just that's what makes it a Fat Boy, I guess.
I don't know. I thought it was the front end that was big and chunky. That was why they call it the Fat Boy.
Right. Well, that is, I think, but in the solid wheels, I don't know why, but it's been a staple of the Fat Boy forever. Henry Happ likes it. Say the wheels on the Fat Boy are killer. A lot of people love them.
I don't dig it. I don't dig the solid wheel.
Yeah. It's a different look. I don't know what to say about it.
Easier to clean, I suppose, but catches the wind more. It
can catch the wind a little bit more, yeah. Big Daddy, good night, brother. Time for bed.
Night, Big Daddy.
Much love to the patrons, he says, my SFMC brothers. All right, rock on. Thanks for being in here, Big Daddy. And we're, so not a lot to say about the Fat Boy other than the 107 or 114 satin chrome finish, solid wheels, widest tire HD ever offered from the factory is a so it's the widest tire HD has ever offered from the factory. The front 160 and 240. Now I find that the 240 is also on the last bike we talked about. So I forget where I got that information. So don't hold me to that. But it seems like I put this in
down up there. It must be true.
Right, exactly. I pulled it from somewhere, but the breakout also has the 240 millimeter rear tire.
Just not as big a front tire.
Yeah, right. So anyways, take that with a grain of salt. But nonetheless, and of course, I did a video on this one, the beloved FXDR 114, still rocking that bike. I did a very detailed video on the FXDR 114. You remember that one? Mm-hmm.
I do.
That was last year.
It was like being there. It was like riding it myself.
That's what I want. That's what I wanted.
Captured it, buddy.
Thank you. And if you guys want to see that, head over to the YouTube channel or our website and search for FXDR 114. I'll try to remember to throw it in the show notes. But if I just had extra money laying around, I would buy one of those, dude. I think it was fun. It would be cool to have. It's different. I know it doesn't draw everybody, but it's a cool looking little concept bike, so to speak. I don't know if they'll continue on with it, but yeah, I think it would be fun. But I'm not going to have one because I don't have extra. Just how much? 19 grand laying around?
Nothing.
Not just chump change, bro. Chump change. All right. So that's pretty much, I want to make sure, look through. Did we hit each one of the Softails? Make sure I didn't forget any. Because it can happen when I'm jumping around like that.
Looks like you got them all.
God forbid I'd put them in order too, dude. I'm just saying. All right. Hey, Bikeaholics, searching for the easiest and quickest attachable luggage system for your motorcycle? Rick Rack has just what you're looking for. Forget all those frustrating straps and bungee cords that can come loose and slap your paint.
Slap your paint.
Check out one of Rick Rack's awesome quick attach strapless luggage rack systems. This father-son team designed something really special. Can't find it anywhere else. Yep, these guys ride, so they truly understand the needs of bikers. The Rick Rack quick attach system is strong, durable, and secure with a lockable system. Also, check out their full line of quality touring bags to accompany your quick detach system. Once you use Rick Rack, you'll never go back. Rick Rack. What are you waiting for, Bikeaholics? That's right. Head over to the Law Abiding Biker store and check out our full line of Rick Rack systems and bags. And I'll be rocking my Rick Rack system this year again. to our Sturgis meetup, and I rocked it last year and the year before that. So yeah, you've all seen that. And Oscar's going to be rocking his. We hooked him up with one. So yeah. Appreciate them sponsoring this podcast. Let's move on. We did the Softail line. I guess we're going to move in. We're doing good on time, actually. Touring models. We got all those. Yep. Running right into the touring models, and which is near and dear to our heart for all of you in the group here that love touring cross country or going to ride far to meet us over there in the Sturgis area. So touring models, let me talk about this. A lot of them, of course, a big thing Harley is pushing is the new HD Connect service. It's coming the first year free. We still, to this day, don't know what the subscription is going to be on this. Like HD released the price already. But they pushed the subscription hard this year at their event where they released all these bikes. It's their dealer event. God forbid, I won't even get into that, where they would invite people outside of dealerships to see this stuff. But push subscriptions-based HD Connect service. It basically allows owners to connect remotely to their motorcycle and keep tabs on the key data in addition to monitoring its security. This really came out, Lurch, with the FXDR 114. It was the first time they introduced it. The Livewire, sorry. The Livewire. That's
when I remember first talking about it. It's not anything new to automotive industry. I mean, cars have it. My truck's got it. I had it free for a year and then I let it lapse. Right. It's neat to have, but I mean, you can open and close your doors from the app or auto start it or get live data.
Right.
Now, when you're talking a motorcycle, you can't auto start your motorcycle.
Right.
I would imagine. You don't have any windows roll up or doors locked. So
correct.
How much data are you really getting from it? I mean,
the Livewire basically tells you your battery status and if it gets stolen.
Yeah. So you can track it.
If it gets stolen.
So I don't know. It'd be interesting. I haven't had the opportunity to play with it yet to see what it offers, but
that's pretty much what it offers.
It is.
It's a gimmick as far as I'm concerned, but
you don't need it.
I don't. If I had a Livewire, maybe to monitor your battery status and stuff like that, but you can also do that right on the bike itself. I don't see a lot of use for it. Subscription, you can get, I'm sure you could get better subscriptions for your money, like Apple Music or something. But anyways, they are pushing it hard. Again, they want to get you into that, and I get it. So if you get it, you guys out there, cool. I'm not dogging it. I just don't think I would continue. But again, I haven't actually personally tried it, so take that with a grain of salt. Also, they're pushing hard. I want to talk about this briefly, and then we're going to get into the touring line. They're pushing hard their reflex defensive rider system. Now, I did a video on this on the YouTube channel. It's getting a ton of hits. If you want to learn in a nutshell quickly what you need to know about the RDRS, the reflex defensive rider system, I did the video on it. Check it out. Search the YouTube channel. I'll try to place it in the show notes. It's a $1,000 option on the touring models, all touring except just the Electroglide Standard, which is my police bike, basically. The strip down, we did an episode on that, a podcast episode, me and Oscar too, if you're interested in that bike, but that's the only one. All the rest of the touring, it's a $1,000 option. It's an upgraded electronic package with cornering ABS, linked brakes, traction control, as well as drag torque slip control system. Again, if you want to know what all this is, watch the video because I break it down for you. That all function basically when cornering, as well in addition to Harley's new vehicle hold control, which keeps bikes from rolling backwards on hills.
That would be handy.
Yeah, and BMW and some other bikes have been putting this on for years. It can be handy for a lot. And the thing is, you can't just get one or the other. It comes in a package. Oh, really? So you get it all or nothing.
Okay.
Do I think it's handy? Sure. But you know what? You just practice a little bit and you can start on any hill if you just hold your brake and then throttle.
That whole package is $1,000.
Yes. $1,000 add-on.
Why not?
I say I'll reveal at the end of my YouTube video after we go through everything and I give you my opinions. Again, I'm, being a police motorcycle instructor and motor officer, I have my opinions about it, but anything like this, it's pretty amazing. And anything that can save lives for $1,000 is worth it to me. So if it basically takes, you should know how to do all these things without these systems because you don't want to rely on them because you should just train as a rider. But when shit happens quick and you go code black, which can happen to anybody,
sure, and
you just grab everything in a corner, it's going to help you survive. And to me, $1,000 not to be maimed, killed it's worth it to me. So that's a little reveal I say at the end of my YouTube video there. But I did an article on it too. So it'll be over there, of course, on our website, that awesome search bar that we put there, Lurch, for everybody.
We use it quite a bit ourselves. We've got so much content out there now. And
that's how we find everything.
When people email us, first thing I do is go to the website and hit the search bar and see if we've already done something.
And then we copy and paste the link.
Send them a link. Yeah.
Send them a link. There you go. Yep. Sorry you had to wait 2 days for that. But yeah, we're trying to get to emails as fast as we can these days, but it's hard.
It's tough.
Why don't you start out just with the Street Glide and the Street Glide Special on what you know about these bad boys?
Well, you got the two, the Street Glide and the Special. And the regular Street Glide comes with the 107, and it's got a smaller 4.3 boombox unit, and it's in chrome. So all the shields and all that stuff's chromed out. Then you get up to the Street Glide Special, and you get the 114, and you get the larger touchscreen boombox GTS unit, and then all the stuff is black.
All the 114
Prodigy
on the
wheels.
Prodigy wheels.
It's a good looking wheel.
It is. It really is. Good looking bike. Again, if you're going up to the 114, we're going to talk about this in a minute. You're getting black. There's no chrome. So if you want chrome, you got to go 107. So yeah, we'll talk about that.
It'd be nice to have an option. Okay, we'll.
And we're going to talk about it because I want some comments from the community here, the live audience here in the chat. So
it depends on the color you pick too. Depending, some color combinations look good with black. Some look better with chrome. It'd be nice to have an option.
It would. All right, moving on. We're going to swap because I'm going to do the Road Glide. You did the Street Glide.
Oh,
because we ride. We're trading it up. There you go. Road Glide Limited, twin cooled. Look at that. I forgot about that. Very interesting. The Road Glide Limited.
Yep. It's a version of the Ultra Limited.
Yeah.
So it's
It's Sorry.
a big touring bike.
Yep. Street Glide. Did I skip the Road Glide?
No, you sure did.
How did I do that?
Because you're a dick and you don't like road glides.
God, dude. How did I do that? Anyways, probably because, and SGS. Okay, so Road Glide is the same as the Street Glide. Maybe that's why I did that.
Probably
you got the 107, the 114, you got the Boombox GTS on the bigger. Of course, the 114 is black. All right, that's probably why I did that. Enough said. Road Glide Limited, yes, twin cooled. It's the Road Glide. This is a lot of people are excited about this. It's the Road Glide's full touring with all the bells and whistles, completely decked out. They have a new black finish option too. It's a 114. So you can get this one in chrome, right? Yeah, it's got a new all black finish option, but it comes in chrome, regular 114. So the full tourings, aside from your Street Glide and your Road Glide, your full tourings, the Road Glide Limited and your Ultra, they're coming in with chrome or black finish, and they're only coming in the 114 cubic inch. So yeah, that Road Glide's, take a look at it. It's pretty cool. I'm probably replacing my shaft this winter. Paul, his shaft must be old.
It's got an old shaft?
It's got an old shaft, dude. One for me. Because Lurch had to replace it, and he's only 46.
Yeah.
And his shaft went bad, so.
Don't try to age me. 45.
45. You agreed with me, so you don't even know your age like me, dude. So yeah, Road Glide. And these are twin cooled. Of course, they've got the oil cooler, and because they have the lowers on your engine guards, they've got the radiators built into those lowers, so thus you get the twin cooled there. So the Ultra Limited, same. We already talked about that. Decked out, full touring Street Glide version, your Batwing fairing, all the bells and whistles, chrome or black finish option, 114 cubic inch, Milwaukee-Eight, twin cooled. Why don't you talk about the Road King and Road King Special?
Great bike, by the way.
It's beautiful. I love the Road King.
Good looking bike. If you're wanting to get into the touring market, but you don't want to spend as much for the Street Glide or the Road Glide. Cool thing about the Road King is you can slap a windshield on it and you're touring ready. You just don't have the boombox and all that other stuff.
And you don't have the protection around your hands from the Batwing.
True.
It is just a windshield, but nonetheless.
I like its versatility. You can pop the windshield off and you got a bike that's ready for the town, or you can put a shield on it and hit the road. It's a good looking bike, but you can get it in the just the regular Road King and the Special. The regular Road King comes with chrome accessories with a 107, and then the Special comes with the black accessories and a 114.
Yeah, nice. Beautiful. And that's one of the bikes blacked out that I really, really, really like.
Yeah.
It's sexy.
My brother had a black on black one, and it was a good looking bike.
When he sold that, dude, everybody wanted to buy that just because.
He sold it quick.
And I had no business buying that bike, but I'm trying to look at it here. Where did I put it? Yeah. You put some apes on that Road King. Oh, it's just a sexy bike. God, if I didn't have a full touring street glide or something. Yeah. Cool looking bikes, man. Been around forever. I don't think that's going
It's a staple
anywhere.
of the Harley stable.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good looking bike.
Electric Glide Standard. This, guys, we did a full podcast on it. This is basically my police bike that I ride every day.
Yep.
Stripped down street glide. Many other differences, of course, than just being a stripped down street glide, like wheel size and tire size. But we go through all that. But it is an entry level. You can, without all the bells and whistles, for touring, this is as good as my street glide going cross country. It's the same bike. You don't have all the bells and whistles. You don't have the stereo, and it doesn't look maybe as cool or sexy, but it's basically just a stripped down street glide. So you want to get in at a low price. Again, me and Oscar on that. I don't even remember what podcast episode number that was, but it was on the Electric Glide Standard, and I'm sure we've released that by now.
I think so.
When I said that and paused, I thought you were going to search the website and get us up. I don't
sorry.
remember what episode.
I wasn't picking up on what you were putting down. Let me do that real quick.
Yeah. I'll move into trike models, and then we're going to talk about a few little things, some opinions, and we'll get your guys' opinions, and we'll take it out of here. So trike models, both coming in at the 117 cubic inch. So the Freewheeler and the Tri-Glide Ultra. If you look at the Freewheeler, that's the stripped down version of the trike. Maybe a little bit sportier, looks a little bit, I'm not saying it's faster. Yeah, go ahead.
It's episode 216.
216.
Harley releases the 2019 Electric Glide Standard. Gem or junk?
Nice.
And I thought that was you. It was you, me, and...
Nice title. Who did that? Oh, I did that.
That was you, me, and Scooter, actually.
Oh, was it? I thought it was me and you and Oscar. Oh.
Nope. And
we do so many episodes.
You and I
crazy.
You
didn't remember until you looked that up, did you?
No, I did.
Did you? Okay.
You and I liked it, and Scooter kept calling it the parts bin.
Oh.
Parts bin. They're just putting together a bunch of leftover parts.
It's all coming back to me. You're right. You're right. See, I'm glad you looked that up. I would have thought it was me and Oscar. That's crazy. God, I just do too many videos and too many podcasts to remember here anymore. And then you've got the Tri-Glide Ultra, which is your full decked out touring models. Okay. And so that's pretty much it on the trikes that I wanted to mention. Let's wrap it up with CVO models and some future bike concept bikes. Speaking of, we don't have any of that, so we've done that. All right, so CVO Limited, you got pictures of these.
Beautiful bike.
Yep, your CVO Limited, blacked out. The one here that we're looking at is great. It's a sex for a limited. For a full touring, it's pretty sexy. You've got your CVO Street Glide.
Starting at $44,000.
Oh, God. Ouch.
Yowzer.
Ouch. CVO Street Glide is coming out. And all your CVOs have the 117-inch motor. Your CVO Tri-Glide Trike.
Back up just a second, though. On that CVO Street Glide, it's chrome.
Yeah. Yeah, it is, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
At least the one picture it is.
There you go. So if you want a chrome... Yeah, you got to get it is the
you
CVO.
You just got to nut up to the CVO.
You got to nut up to $40,000, 40.5. No big deal. Few overtime shifts, you're good. Just go purchase it. No big deal.
You can get it in the black Stardust Fade.
Oh, you can, huh? The paint, you mean?
Or smoky gray and black hole.
Oh, the black hole, dude. Nice.
What the hell? Who's coming up with these colors?
No doubt, dude.
Must have been the guy they just fired.
Right. Yeah. The market. Yeah. No doubt, dude. So one thing to note, very interesting, is the CVO Street Glide no longer comes with lowers. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
Forever when they did CVO Street Glide. So it came with speakers down there, which would meant now it would have been twin cooled. A lot of people didn't notice it, but I did. I mentioned it in my video. Does not come stock lowers now. It comes with different crash guards too. They don't go up. They're like a weird, they're almost, and they're square. So they kind of stick out square. They did a few different things with that. So I don't know. It
actually says CVO on the saddlebag. See that?
Yeah. It's painted CVO right on the rear of the saddlebag. So anyways, there's your CVO models. They all come with the 117 motor, and they come with the adaptive LED headlight from Harley, which I'm curious who's making that. I think I know who's making it, but we'll see. So it's coming with the extra upgrade there. So let's finish up, and then we have a little conversation. We're doing good. Future Bike, Concepts Bikes. Of course, it's the More Roads to Harley-Davidson initiative was what they call it. So that's basically Harley's marketing department and internally trying to branch out, because we just read a report today. Their quarterly sales were down again, right? We read an article on the way back from getting our fast food. We were doing some research. So this is their More Roads to Harley initiative. You guys realize what they've been doing with these different bikes like the FXDR, the Livewire. They're coming out hopefully here in 2020. Speaking of the Livewire, real quick, I'll note, if you guys saw some articles recently, some people posted in the private Facebook group, it's really of interest. There's not a lot of information on it or enough to even do a video on, really. I was going to put it on YouTube, but there's not really even enough to do it. Nonetheless, they've halted all production of the Livewire at this point. Because they're having some serious issues, and you can't even you used to be able to plug the Livewire. You're supposed to be able to plug it into your outlet in your garage. Can't do that now. They're some kind of recall. They're saying don't do that. You can only go to fast chargers, and they're having some issues with that bike. Being their first electric bike, we'll see if more information comes out. We may do an episode on it, but I think that's going to hurt Harley a little bit. That was one of my questions on the Facebook post. Like, does this hurt Harley? Because a lot of people were skeptical of their, intent with electrical bikes anyways, or their abilities. And so, but these kind of things happen. So I give them a little break. It's not the only company that came out with something new concept for them. Anyways, we won't get any deeper on that, but I'm really excited about the Pan America.
That's cool.
Their first adventure bike. And it's supposed to be a 1250cc liquid cooled, price point to be determined. We don't know. That's to me going to be a make or break deal for them, because when they're trying to break into the adventure market, if they have to try to be,
they have to be competitive price wise.
They got to be. You can't come out and be more expensive than BMW. You can't do that. We'll see. Because it's just not there's only going to be some hardcore Harley people. I would love to get my hands on it. We're trying to, around here at Law Abiding Biker Media, a lot of us are also getting into some adventure biking. Of course, we're always going to street bike, and we're never going to give that up. But we're also, you guys maybe have seen some posts in the private Facebook group. I hope to get into it a little bit, but it's gonna have to. We're gonna see. It's supposed to release sometime here in 2020. So that's exciting. The Street Fighter, they've got. Which is a 975cc liquid cooled dual overhead cam sport bike. It's very futuristic looking. We don't know when that's supposed to.
Looks like something Tom Cruise would ride in a movie.
Totally. Do you have a picture of it there?
I did look at it. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, very, very. Those are future vehicles, but that's their initiative. There, More Roads, whatever I called it, whatever they call it.
More Roads to Harley.
They're doing the right things. They got to try this stuff, guys, to stay competitive. So I give them a little bit of break. Like, they got to try adventure. They got to try. There's no way to do it until you start producing them. Is their first generation of any of these going to be great? In my opinion, no. They're going to have hiccups, and hopefully they can iron it out without taking the company under in the meantime, because that's always a concern. But they're definitely trying to be innovative. All right, Lurch.
I'm looking at that Pan America, that adventure bike. It almost has a bit of a road glide front end look to it. A little bit of a shark nose looking front end. Yeah, I'm tracking. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'd really like to see one of those in person, and I'm with you. It really depends on what the thing costs. Whether you go with that or you just go with something else.
That's it. I know people. That's the first thing they're going to look at. It's like the Livewire. It was overpriced. It
was expensive.
To most people, they're like, you can't come in with an entry bike like that for your first one. You kind of maybe have to eat it for a few years. If they don't get that lower price than a full decked out Beamer, I think they're going to have trouble entering the market. There's going to be a few hardcore Hardy people that want it, but I'm just telling you, they got to keep that price point lower than some of the other options out there. Henry Happ 30K commuter bike. Yeah, Livewire. Stephen Karpstein says those adventure bikes look like they would be great to take south of the border down to Cabo for a run. Yeah, they do. They look cool. I just really hope they keep, like I say, that price point. Stephen Karpstein says, I think the Livewire looks pretty cool. It doesn't go far enough on a charge for much use. Yeah, that's one of the issues. So we'll see. They had to start somewhere, and we'll see where the future takes them. So let's round it out here, and we appreciate everybody being in this chat, and there's so much amazing chat going on in here, and we appreciate you guys hanging with us. Yeah, awesome stuff. So let's, if time, let's do this. So here we go, Lurch. The question on the table is, and I want you guys, the audience, live audience here, to go ahead and pipe up. And that is, the question is, Harley's been moving away from chrome to a certain extent. So if I want to go down and I want a new Street Glide special, of course I want the 114 with the Boombox GTS, right?
Of course.
I'm stuck with black.
Yep.
And I have no option for chrome. And if I do want my chrome,
you got to go with
I got to go with the 107 Street Glide. So,
or the $40,000 CVO.
Right, yeah. That's an easy decision. I'll just go with the 40 grand. All right. Let me tell you this before we answer that question, because I didn't up front. If you're a listener and you're listening in podcast format, I always like to mention it. We are here live. This is months before you're hearing it. You also get the episodes months before, even if we don't do it live. The way you can get hooked up with being involved with this is lawabidingbikers.com/Patreon, of course. These are mid-level patrons above that get access to this, and we get to chat with them and get to know them better. Also, all you current patrons that are listening, don't forget 3 ways we notify you. We post in the back of your end of your patron account. We also put it in the private Facebook group when we're going, and also lawabidingbiker.com/live. There's an email list up there. And if you just get signed up for that upper right-hand corner, you also get an email. So we come at you 3 ways so that you make sure you know when we're going live. But if you are listening to regular podcast format, I usually mention that up front. That is how they're getting access to this live video broadcast and getting it early. So the question is the chrome or black? I'll give you give me your opinion once for first.
I honestly like them both, but I'd like to have the option. And it depends on the paint scheme as well. Some colors look better with chrome, some look better with black. I love Popeye's bike with that silver and that black. It looks awesome. My bike, that blue color, I think it looks great with the chrome. I personally would just like to have the option. It frustrates me that they only do one or the other. I think I would prefer that you can get both the special and the regular in either black or chrome, or maybe just the special. Be able to get the special in the black or chrome, because it just is, for me, it's a bike to bike thing. I'm not really set one way or the other, but I'd like to have the option.
Yeah, good point. Now, I've talked to a lot of people in the biker community, and I'll tell you this. Maybe I'm full of it. That's not uncommon. But I talked to some people, and I really think it's hurting Harley. Now, I love the black look. I think it's cool. Would I own one? Absolutely. I'm not totally against it. I think it's cool. I'm a little more traditional, and I do love my 2014 Chrome Street Glide Special. My opinion is it actually is hurting Harley a little bit by doing that. And this is from information I have from the biker community, just talking to bikers around town and even some dealership employees. I think that it's hurting sales a little bit. There are a lot of people that are holding on to their older bikes because they know this isn't going to last forever. And where somebody else may have decided that they wanted to upgrade early is now going to hold their bike longer. I being one of those. And I wasn't planning on upgrade anyways. I'm just telling you theoretically. Mm-hmm. If I was in the market for a new bike, I love my 14. It's not going anywhere for a while. But if I was in the market, I still literally would have made the decision to hold out probably, knowing that probably in 2021, 2022, they're going to reintroduce chrome in the bigger motor versions. I don't think they're going to hold black forever. It'll always be an option for some bikes, but with the Street Glides and the Road Glides, I think that's hurting them. And I do think that a lot of the older, Harley guys are less than appreciative of Harley just completely abandoning chrome for the most part on the bigger models. And I know that's I don't have the inside of Harley, and it's expensive to produce a whole nother bike so they can have 114 chrome or black. But that's just my opinion. I don't know what the guys in the chat think, but I do think it's hurting.
It's mixed.
And not necessarily on whether you like it or not. I think that's mixed, always going to be mixed, 50-50. My question is, do we think it's hurting Harley sales? Are there people not upgrading and holding on to their current bikes longer in the hopes that Harley, the chrome guys, in hopes that Harley will reintroduce chrome? I do believe it from talking to some people. I don't know how big that is, if Harley's feeling that, but I do think there are people. I would have, if I was in the market for a new bike and I didn't have to, that would be me right now.
Yeah.
Because I don't think I want to go.
If you're a chrome guy, you're going to wait and hope they go back to chrome.
Right. So that being my point, do we have anything in there before we take it out?
It's kind of split. We've got some folks saying, "Yep, black's the way to go." Some are saying chrome, and then a lot of people are agreeing that it'd be nice to have the option.
Yeah.
Should be an option.
Best of both worlds.
Yeah.
Option.
I wonder how that must be more difficult for from an assembly standpoint.
And that's what I was just saying. Yeah. I don't have the inside.
And how many do you put on the floor? How many chrome versus black?
I know. So I get that.
Might be difficult.
I definitely get that. And I do love the black. Don't get me wrong. I think it's sexy in its own way. And like I said, that I'm just a little maybe more traditional. My police bike's chrome and that's chrome. And but like I say, that Road King black, holy cow. I love it. I would ride that all day. So it's not really, it's just barely a point of contention, like which one I like better. You know what I mean? But I would just lean that way.
For me, it's also
chrome.
like I mentioned earlier, a little bit of a color issue too. It just kind of depends on the color of the bike and the bike itself and how it looks. And I'm curious how difficult it is to upkeep the black painted parts versus the chrome. I mean, if I get something on my chrome, I just take some, real fine steel wool and buff it off and it's clean.
Yeah.
I don't know what if anybody in the room or in the room,
chat room, call it a chat room.
It's just you and I in the room.
Yeah.
Anybody in the chat that has that black, and I'm kind of curious, is it difficult or easy, or what is it to take care of and keep clean?
Yeah. And look at who's back. Big Daddy Kane.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, he's back. He couldn't sleep. So he says, even VH told me they're raising prices. No chrome, more expensive than black. Yeah, interesting. I don't know what preceded that. Chroming is very expensive due to the process. Yeah, true. Big Daddy knows that because some of our products are chrome and it's always takes a lot more expense and work. I don't like the blackout chrome guy here. And it says Gary Jackson, I like the choices not being held to one or the other. Yeah. Good call, guys. With that said, thanks for being so involved right here. Yeah. We love having you guys in the live chat. We love broadcasting live. Such fun having that input.
Yeah.
Amazing. Because you guys, it's not just our opinions, it's your opinions, and we like to share them as a community-wide type deal so that we can really get a good section of the market, so to speak. You know what I mean? So we're not the only ones here thinking, is this normal that we only, we like black or chrome, or should they offer both? So thanks, guys, very much. Thanks, Big Daddy, for coming back in there and piping up and all that. And appreciate that very much, guys. Call to action. We already discussed it, but I'm discussing it since Big Daddy's back in here. Make sure you keep checking back at the store. Hopefully our new website will be up in a couple of weeks. I've been working hard on it. It's going to be a revamped our store website, not our main website. We're adding a ton of new products. It's going to take us time to bring those on. We've got to scale appropriately, but we've brought the full Vance and Hines stuff back. We're going to start bringing me and Big Daddy have talked about bringing some audio stuff, some amp speakers, some of the stuff you've seen us do videos about. And Lurch, a plethora.
A metric shit ton
of more products over time. A lot of stuff you see. Check with us if you want to support us. The big boys have it. We can get it to you for the same prices. And you're supporting us. And we're going to grow the store. And it's exciting. Big Daddy, Kane, and Grunt are an integral part of that down there. And so that's the only call to action I really have today, guys. Yeah. What do you think of that, Lurch?
I'm just enjoying this little tune made by Pablo. Colcerada.
Mm-hmm. Badass, guys. Thanks for being here. I hope you're all well. Hope you're out there getting some riding in. Don't forget, if you can't support us financially right now, you certainly can still do a couple things. You can head over to lawabidingbiker.com/iTunes or /Stitcher Radio. Mm-hmm. Leave us a rating, preferably a 5-star review.
Well, if you're going to do it, you might as well give us a 5-star.
Because it helps bump us up in the rankings so more bikers can find us around the world and join this thing we call
the Biker Revolution.
Out of here, biatches. Larry Daniels, thanks, Lab Crew. Thank you, Larry. Paul, is it Deniso? I think Denico. And new shafts, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome.
Thanks for the shafts, fellas. I'm going to go play with my shaft later.
Yep. He's got a used shaft now in his saddlebag. That video is going to be great, Lurch. We filmed that today, everybody. And
I'm glad we did it. Found out I needed it, mine fixed.
He would have broke down on the way to Sturgis next year. Guaranteed.
No doubt.
I would have failed.
All right, Popeye. Be safe, brother.
Thanks, Popeye. Later, Henry Happ. That was a metric shit ton of information. I'm out.